franchise became known as the Titans. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. Well, no real answers for that one. I can't imagine you would do that intentionally for any reason, can you? Yeah, no, but some excellent field position awarded for that kick out of bounds. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. He cuts it right. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts finish off their opening drive.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 33. Hut.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Back to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Complete beyond the marker. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Yellow. Ready.
Throwing off the play fake. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down. He just couldn't make the connection. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
He's going to throw it again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Let's go now. 50, green.
3rd and long for him here. They'll have the 1st down and even more. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Blue, 32. Smith red. Ready.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
45, wide. Ready?
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ready?
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
18, 5 here. 79 Broncos, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Now come out throwing. He's going deep. It connects on the deep shot. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass game, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
Let's go. Check, smack. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Rig alert.
They've got a man in motion.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Check,
They send a tight end in motion.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hut, hut.
Mitchell up the middle. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Ready, check.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, this is Mitchell. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
I'll throw it. This is brought in by Laporta. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Headed out right. He's got it near the 10. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Mitchell scores. Touchdown, Indy. a 13-0 game.
Okay, 2 offensive possessions, 2 offensive touchdowns, but even sweeter than that is 2 rushing touchdowns. You are setting a tone and a mindset, and this defense, well, they better regroup.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard
line. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Down.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he picks him up about 4 yards there. 2nd down coming up.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Set, ready. Hut, hut.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Trying to lob that one in, but no luck. He was looking for Alec Iomana. And that brings up 3rd down.
I can promise you that is a throw. It's a quarterback when it leaves your hands. You do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready, ready. Blue, 32. Black shot. Set.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Okay, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And some textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
Their own 21-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10.
18, flag, Cowboy, 77, Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
6, 50, 19, Lions. Cup 19, Cup 19.
They're going play action. He's looking deep once again. Brought in inside the 20. All the way, touchdown, Indy. The Colts take a 20-zip lead.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts push their lead to 21-zip already. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. He's got a lane up past the 30. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready.
Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10.
Shot. Here we go. Set.
Here's Robinson to start the drive. There he goes on the right side. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
59 on the play. And the Titans first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready?
And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. 21-0 our score. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're hoping to convert here on second and goal.
Yellow, 43. Fury, yellow. Ready?
He's dropping back to throw. Escapes the pocket. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Looking for Bijan Robinson that time out of the backfield. So they'll be left with third and goal. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Down. Hey, green, 33, yellow. Ready.
Shotgun now on third down. That one connects. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
It's fourth down and goal.
Hey, movement. Green Jack. Drill green. Hey, blue. Needle blue. Black Ultra. Blaster, 6. Hut.
Fourth down, pass coming. And the shutout stays alive in the second half as that pass falls incomplete on fourth and goal.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's it.
Massive hits. The ball's out. And they cover it, but dangerously close to that goal line. They're set up at their own 5. It's a gain of 3 for them. That brings up 2nd and 7. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Big gain downfield. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip gain. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments?
What?
I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
Fielded just shy of the end zone. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Titans to the line now. First and 10.
Set 10 cycle. Set.
Shotgun snap and give to Robinson. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20.
Looking to throw here. And the Colts get to him. Down he goes. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Brings up third down.
Fight. Here we go. 10 black. Set.
Pass play coming here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he houses it on the return all the way back for a touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra point.
They have him back there because of what he can do with even the smallest sliver of daylight. And for my money, Brock, there aren't many plays more exciting than seeing a punt return for a touchdown.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the playground back in the day, right? You're playing tag, and you just can't get to that guy. He's just making you miss. Whether it is, I don't know, Devin Hester, Dante Hall, the human joystick, or Cordero Patterson, those elite guys, you just can't bring them down.
And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Red. Smash. Red. Set. Cut.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. That's complete in the Guile manner. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Shovel 38.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. A solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 2.
Ready. Cut.
Throwing from the gun here. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Colts got it. Offense in a hurry up here.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
52 blaster. Ready.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. They will continue to do so.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Here's Mitchell again. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. They pick up a yard. Still need one more, though. 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More from Nissan Stadium coming up. Third and a lone yard coming up. A give to Mitchell, running left. And he's out the clear. Hits the 20. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Colts continue piling onto this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready?
Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 50. Green. Set.
From the gun, it's Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Black. 95. Black shot. Hut, hut.
Throw here. 3rd down. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And they're going to score. Pick 6, Indianapolis. All right, Brock, I try never to ask this, but I just feel like in this situation, do we even need to play second half today? What do you think?
Kate, you should never have asked it. Because if Frank Reich and those Buffalo Bills had that thought, they would have never come back against those Oilers in a playoff game.
Really good point. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. He's going to field this at the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
52. Here we go. Here we go. Hut.
Back to work they go after the interception. Escapes out to the left. He's running with it. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
That one's complete over the middle. And he's brought down at the 30, right near that line of gain.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And he's going to be touched down as that one comes to an end.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Design quarterback run here. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
They're going to throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So 2nd down coming up.
Down. 45. Blue striker. Set.
Back to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Shot, 17. Zoom, black. Rail, yellow. Set, hut.
They'll air it out on third. And once again, they can't connect.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond third down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now, time's not on their side either.
On now comes their punter. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Got it. That's going to be a first and more. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set for first and 10. Mitchell on the give, headed left. Again, he's got room. And this is an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts push their lead further to start the half. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts grow their lead yet again. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returnable from the 1. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Let's go. Hey, Blue. Set.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up second down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Fits it through the middle. Keeps himself upright. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans still need a lot more as they shrink the deficit. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the... And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season. But for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. So after the missed extra point, he is still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set first and 10.
Alert! Let's go!
Handoff here to Mitchell. Has room down the left sideline. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Colts. Trying to end this before the final quarter. Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts tack on 7 more to their lead. coach has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Mismanages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Trouble, 38. Let's go now. Hut.
Airing it out to start this drive. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ready, set.
First and 10, looking to throw. That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. Up to the races, middle of the field. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans continuing to fight it loose. Well, Brock, it speaks to the constant threats that these slant routes pose that we aren't all too surprised when one of them breaks for something much bigger than its design, right? And it ends just like it did in a touchdown.
Yeah, Kate, that's exactly right. And the great quarterback coaches, they demand of their QBs to put it right on the money. Because when you hit that exact spot, when you don't slow your receiver down and he can catch and run, especially with the elite athletes at that position in this league, big plays follow.
Showing a little burst so far. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Come on, set.
They send a receiver in motion right. On first down, they'll run. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Derek Harmon, the former Oregon Duck, making that stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That was Max Melton who hauled him down there.
He was brought down by Max Melton. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
6 yards to go here. It's third down.
19 tight. Let's go now. Dragon, Viking, 18.
To the air on third and long. This is a heater going deep. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. The Colts ready for the punt. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And this angles out and hits the sideline. That's a good punt there. They're pinned at their own 8.
At their own 8-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Come on, set. Black, 95, drill.
Here's Robinson up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Throwing on seconds. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Corey Black has got it. And the Colts are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
First down 10 at the 23-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes first and 10.
Reno, ready.
Now a give running right. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Back-to-back carries here. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Go!
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal. Right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready?
Another carry for him. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Got it. Ready? Here we go. Shot. Cowboy.
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over.
On the set.
3rd and goal now as they try to pile on further.
No, no.
They'll try him left side. He's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. He gets 4, but not there yet. That brings up 4th and goal.
These are the moments, and these are the kind of calls, Kate, that this offensive coordinator makes his money. You just get, well, you get stuffed on a run, and now you got 4th and goal. What are you gonna do?
Here we go. Here we
And
go.
they're really trying to pile it on here. The
Look at
offense
that
staying out
game.
there on 4th and goal.
Ready, ready.
This plays a design run.
Ready, set.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
Dive play straight ahead. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room. No margin for error.
Ready.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Set, go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Outright McCaffrey makes the grab. And he's going to have this one up to about the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Titans have a 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Yellow, 43, 6, mega.
Here's a throw. Completed to his running back. And this one does not go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. So even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you'll be more interceptions.
The title man downfield. He's got it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Titans have a first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here we go.
Throwing it again here. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that sack.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Down. Hut, hut.
Third and long for him here. Finds him on the slant. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
There's a dive up the middle. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Colts ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Go. Go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Taking a deep shot here. That's caught at the 25. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Ready.
Line up the design keeper. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Ready, ready. Check. Hey, hey, check. Roll, roll, roll. Get up.
They give it to him up the middle. And tell me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Colts continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts continue adding on to that lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Ward, a quick throw, complete. And just before he reaches the marker, he's hit and stopped. They got him at the 29.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Okay, ready?
2 set of downs for him from the 31.
19 tight, 19 tight.
1st and 10 at the 30.
1st down throw here for Ward. Has him on the quick hitter. Gets some space around midfield. And he gets him the first partner, but they are already acting like this one's not going to stand. Let's listen. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. And it's got to come back.
Pat the 60, pat the 60. Ready? Ready, ready.
Running it after the penalty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 35-yard line.
On the gun, it's Ward. That's caught in stride by McCaffrey. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Shotgun snap down to Ward. Short pass brought in. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
19 Tiger. Ready?
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. Looking slant route complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st and 10 here. Ward. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they continue to trail by